Okay, today we're going to put the base coat, which is the color, and then the clear coat. First we're going to do, I'm going to tack rag it, and then I'm going to blow it off. Okay, now we're going to blow it off. Of course, we're going to blow anything that's on the paper off. I've been blowing it off with full pressure. I just unscrew this out of here. And I go full pressure. That other little gun, I got two of them, and they don't put out much pressure. This is about 55 PSI. Okay, this is the base coat I'm using. Okay. Shake it up real good. Now, this is half a pint in here. The can is a pint can. Half a pint should be plenty. And then I also have the reducer. This is the reducer I use. Now there's no hardener in this paint. So that means once I mix it up, it's good for months and months and months, a long time. Okay. What I'm planning on doing, I'm gonna put all this can, which is a pint, I'm gonna pour the whole pint into my mixing cup and see where it comes out. It's a 50-50 mixture. So then I'm gonna come back with my reducer and I'm gonna go to fill it up to the 50-50, half of each. And then when I'm done painting, if I have any product left, any paint left, we'll put it back in this can, and I'm gonna mark it with reducer. That way I'll know that it's ready to spray, and it'll keep with reducer in it for a long, long time. Always use your paint filter. I'm fixing to go to my gun, mix this up first, put it in the pour it into the paint filter from my mixing cup. Now I'm gonna shake this real good, but I'm also gonna stir it. Okay, and I also stir the reducer. Now if you look, this is a medium reducer. Okay, because of the temperature. You pick your reducer by your temperature. Okay, it's probably gonna be in the 70s today. So medium reducer is what you want. Okay. Now I shake up my reducer. A lot of people don't. I notice that. I do. It's got to be made up of more than one chemical. The way I'm thinking. So if it's more than one chemical, it might be clear, but it separates. So I always shake up my reducer, and I also shake up hardener. There's no hardener here, but I always shake up the hardener. Let me go mix the paint. And like I said before, I've been saying, I got a video on how to mix paint. In fact, I'm gonna put the link below. All right. Oh, I'll knock the camera over. I'm gonna go mix up some paint. Okay, I'm starting up the base coat, just the base coat. This is supposed to be brown. Let's see how it's gonna come out. The paint code called for charcoal beige. Okay. It's a forward color. I like to take the stick and mix it up, try to get everything I can before pouring it into the mixing cup. We're gonna see. To me it looks almost black. I can't see that turning brown, but we're gonna see. Time I put the reducer in it and spray it, might do something else. All right. Take it off. Pour this into the gun after I mix it first. Okay, we got the reducer in, and we're mixing it up. It has like a metallic in it, like a metallic color. Flakes, metallic flakes. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Okay, I just mixed this real good, pour it in the gun. This is way more than I'm going to use, and the reason I mixed it all up is you can do that. You can put your reducer in. As long as there's no hardener, it'll last a long time. And then I'm going to put it back in that original can. Okay. After I'm done. Because I'm not going to use near this much paint. I always like to mix it real good before putting it in the gun. Like I said, I'm going to filter it. I'm going to go through the filter. And we're going to start spraying. Okay, I went back and caught a few of the holidays. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. A full 15 minutes. So what we're gonna do is put a second coat of our base. Really looking good. We'll let it flash off for another 15 minutes and then we can look at it. Decide if we're gonna put a third coat. We have enough paint, plenty of paint. All right. Okay, we decided to go with a third coat. It looks good, looks pretty good. But we're gonna put another coat on. We got plenty of paint. Okay, come out pretty good. Put 3 coats. Next is going to be the clear. So what we're doing over here, okay, it's been, since the last coat, it's been 15 minutes probably. Remember, when I clear coat this, I want to clear coat this. So I taped it so I could remove it, see? Alright. Now this is not like removing when you have clear coat. Okay, when you're doing the clear coat, after the clear coat, you would be going real slow. Okay, it doesn't hurt to go slow here too, but okay. And we're going to pull this piece off right here. Oh no, that's right. That was good to go. I don't know why I pulled that off. Yeah, because we're on this edge right now. I'm going to put a little bit more tape right here. Okay. That's a good idea to pull it at a 45 also. Alright. You get the idea. So I'm going to finish pulling the tape off on the other side. Now when I come back to clear coat, now I'm going to come back and I'm going to wipe this down with a tack rag also. Real good with tack rag. It might have some glue from the tape. I'm going to wipe it real good with a tack rag. Then I'm going to come back. It's pretty clear. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm taking this gray scuff pad. Be careful not to hit my tank. That's been drying 2 hours. Remember, I'm going to clear coat this in it. I already run the rub thing over, but I'm going to do it again with the scouring pad. Go all along, scouring pad. Be very careful. Then, blow it off, and then we're going to start clear coating. We'll wait probably 10 minutes between coats. Anyway. We'll run the scouring pad over the gold part. Then we're going to tack cloth it, we'll blow it off. Tack cloth it, stroke it off. But, then going back to the branch, I take my time and really go slow. Do a good job. There could be a little glue left over from the tape. Could be some glue left over from the tape. So what we're going to do that, get all that off of it. Then we're going to toot up and start spraying the clear. 2 or 3 coats of clear probably. Okay, we're ready for the clear. Okay, this is the clear coat we used. We're ready for the clear coat. I'll make a note. I check up my clear coat. Now it's all clear and it looks like water, but it's got different chemicals in it. Not one chemical. That tells me it can separate. So I shake it up real good, and I also stir it before I pour it into the mixing cup and hardener. Okay, that's the only two ingredients that go into the clear. Now it'll last an hour and a half, 2 hours in your gun. Okay, I plan on spraying 2 to 3 coats at 10 minutes between each coat. Like I said, I will stir this with a stick before I put it in the mixing cup. That's a 4-to-1 mixture. Okay, we got the hardener in the clear. Like I said, it's a 4-to-1 mixture. And we'll have about an hour and a half or 2 pot-wise. Okay, we're going to pour it in the gun and we're going to put a coat on it. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to put the second coat of clear. It's really looking good. Okay, the second coat has flashed off, the second clear coat has flashed off 10 minutes. It's really looking good, real shiny. I'm not gonna put a, I don't know if you can see me in, yeah, there you go, see how shiny it is? I'm not gonna put a third coat, okay? Like I said before, I painted this also. Now, a couple pieces of dirt fell right there, oh well. It's good enough for what I need. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, okay, remember, okay, we got to pull this tape off. With the clear, anytime you clear, make sure the tape. Okay. Now what we're going to have to do, okay, what I have to do is wait till it gets, paint gets to the right consistency. Okay? Now when I'm talking about the right consistency, what I'm talking about is your paint has to get to where it's not tacky enough for something to stick to it. Okay? And tacky enough to so it'll stretch when you pull your tape off. In other words, when you start taking your tape off, okay, Last time I did it for the other part, it took 1 hour for it to get right. Now, there's a lot of variables involved in that. Probably how many coats. Probably the temperature should be about the same. The time of day, probably. How thick you sprayed it. Okay, all that makes a difference. So last time it was an hour. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying. In other words, I got to take this tape. Oh, I see a piece of trash fell on it. I got to take this tape off. Okay, and I'm gonna pull it off when the clear coat is perfect, just right. Okay. Now, if any debris or anything falls on the paint, okay, the painted surface, while I'm taking off the tape, I don't brush it off or try to pick it off. I don't do anything. Don't touch it. Hopefully, I waited long enough. Okay. And see, nothing's above. This is all below the paint surface. So when I pull this off, any debris, if I'm not too crazy, any debris should just fall down. Okay. So you don't want to start taking off all the paper, okay, until tomorrow, to the next day. Okay, but today, as soon as this is dry, as soon as this dries a little more, I'm gonna pull the tape, just this piece, just this one piece right here. Okay. We'll worry about the rest of the stuff tomorrow. We'll let it dry overnight, and we'll come back and we'll start taking off the rest of the tape. So let's wait, finish waiting an hour out. We've still got what? 35, 40, still got 45 minutes before I can start pulling the tape. But the way I test it, I find an inconspicuous place that's not going to show, and I'll take my finger, it might be like back here, okay? I'll take my finger and I'll touch it on the paint, on the clear coat. And if it's not sticky, or it's to the right stickiness that I feel, very little sticky is the way I do it. Then I'll start taking the tape off. Okay, so until then, now I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to close this door because the door, you could have trash on it. I'm not going to do anything. Okay, it's best to keep people away from it, to, you know, animals or kids, or while it's in this stage of drying. Now in about an hour, you don't have to worry about any of that. Too much. And like I said, if something does fall on it, okay, leave it. Don't mess with it. You'll make it worse. If you try to brush it away or pick it off, you'll make it worse. Not even with a tweezers. You're gonna mess up the paint. If stuff does fall on the paint and you're not good with it, and you're trying to get a show quality, then what you'll have to do is let it dry. I'd let it go 72 hours. Clear coat, no, clear coat's 24 hours. I let it go 24 hours on the clear coat. Then you'd probably come back sooner, but I like to wait a little longer. Come back 24 hours, okay, and you have to sand it. But you don't want to sand until your base coat. You just want to sand it clear. You follow what I'm saying? And if you got a couple coats of clear, you got plenty of clear. Well, you can real light sand it with some 400 grit or 600 grit, and then you'll have to spray some more clear coat. But like I said, this is not a show car, show truck. We're not worried about that. We just this car don't get washed but twice a year. So we're not worried about the little imperfections. Okay, that's where we're at. We're waiting on to pull that tape. Okay, what we're doing, we're taking the paper off. We have to get the paper off to get to this tape right here. Okay. Try not to stir up any dust or anything, or touch anything. All right, we don't want to disturb too much. Okay. Now you can see what we have left is this piece of tape right here. Now there might be an edge right here because of the way we did it. All right. So I'm pulling it off a damn bug in here. So that bug, love bug. Get out of here, bug. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start pulling the tape. Real easy. See what happens. I need to close this door, damn local. I kicked the fan up wide open too. Got a little imperfection there, but it ain't nothing. Looking good, looking good. I don't see an edge there. You might be able to feel it. Hopefully you still got a little flow out on your paint. Yeah, you can see the edge. That ain't nothing. Might have a little flow out is what I'm hoping. And then I see the first love bug of the season. See, there's a little bit speck of trash right there. First love bug of the season is going to come jump on my paint. Okay, you can definitely see a line right there, but that's all right. It's going to match up. Okay, it's going to look like it's made to be like that. Okay. Excuse the camera work. I'm trying to do all this with one hand. Oh, you can see the clear coat. You see it? See it pulling loose? I'm going too fast. See? So it's stretching. If you look closely, you can see the clear coat pulling loose. That's exactly what you want. You want it about that consistency. I'm hoping this camera's picking this up. That's exactly what you want. I was going a little fast. Getting anxious. One thing about painting, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. Alright. That looks good. Uh-oh. We got a little spray that came through. See that? Sure did. That's alright, we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna buff that out of there. We'll let it all dry real good first. Then we're gonna buff that out. Because it's on top of the clear coat. Because that clear coat has already been sprayed. Sprayed that the other day. Alright. The reason why I did it on that edge, because I had a feeling that you're gonna see it. You're gonna be able to tell. But it's gonna blend in. You got it on that edge. Okay, let's come over here. We actually got a little bit right here. on this side for some reason. That's okay. We'll fix that. That's easily fixed. See, you actually got a little piece right there. That's all right. Now this part has been drawn for 4 days. Or 3.5 days. Yeah, you can see the clear coat stretch in there. Alright. Looking good. And if I pull the tape from the other way, it wouldn't break loose like that. That's all I'm saying, because I put it on in a little piece of it. Okay. Like I said before, this is totally dry. Okay, we got a couple little places. Alright. I don't want to disturb it too much right now. But that looks good. And like I said before, we got a couple little bitty places. And we're not gonna mess with anything. We're gonna let it totally cure. We're not gonna try to come back, put headlights in, grill. We're not gonna do none of that until it's ready to go. So as far as painting goes, okay, this will be the last video on how to paint, okay, for beginners. Now hopefully this helps someone. Now if you want to see this car put back together, okay, if you want to see it put back together, I have some other videos. I'm gonna put the link below. This car was wrecked. The whole front end was tore off of it. We ended up having to go in there with a cut torch to get the bumper off. We had to weld the new bumper back on. These are just bumper guards. The bumper is a piece of metal right here. You can see it. Tore the grill up, of course. The headlights wasn't bad, but we decided to change them anyway. I think one headlight was cracked. So we got new headlights. Okay. So like I said, if you want to see that, it's going to be in the link below. Us putting this car back together. And you also, you'll see how we totally repaired it. And like I said, I'll put the link. I'll put the, probably just put the first one. I think there's 7 or 8 videos on redoing this whole front end. So if you're interested, I'll put video number 1 on how we repaired this after the collision. Okay. And then, as far as the paint goes, this is the last video. And like I said before, I hope this helps someone. It's not a perfect job. No, it's not a perfect job. Okay. Could I have done better? Probably with a paint booth, or a little more time, I should say. Okay. There's a couple little mess ups on it. Very hard to see. I can live with them. I'm great with it. It looks a hell of a lot better than it did before it was wrecked. So now what we're going to do, we're going to let this dry 72 hours. Remember? You let her dry 72 hours before we do anything. Okay? I'm not going to put the headlights in. I'm just going to let it sit here. 72 hours is 3 24-hour days. Okay? Now, I also have the door part, the driver's door. The regulator's messed up. There was a part broken on the regulator. And I got another video on that. I got a video on how to pull the headlights, put them back on. But the regulator, that's going to be in another video. I have the video, I'm waiting on the part to come in, and I'll finish putting it together. So I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. Now filming when you're doing it slows you down quite a bit. And I tell you what, I really appreciate people that do this on YouTube. It's an unbelievable learning experience for everybody. I mean, anytime like everybody else, I want to do something, learn something, I go straight to YouTube. And they got somebody on there showing you how to do it. And they got more than one person. Okay, now I'm not a painter, and I can do this, so you can do it if you're not a painter. It just takes a little practice. I have painted a little bit, okay, but I'm not a painter by no means. They got a lot of good painters on YouTube. Check out their videos. I know that's what you're doing if you're trying to learn how to paint. Check out their videos and give them a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Okay, now this is not going to be the last car I paint. This is not going to be the last car I paint on my YouTube channel. It's going to be the last car I paint on this series of videos. How to paint your auto for beginners. Okay, this is the last video on that, but there's going to be other videos. I'm going to paint more stuff. I got several things I need to paint. I'm working on a 57 Chevy truck. I got to do some body work on that thing, and I got to paint it. I got a 98 Chevrolet truck that this actually pulled me off of. The truck was parked for 10 years, and I've got a bunch of videos on that, and I need to get back on that. I got some painting to do to that. I got to paint the hood, the fender. So there's going to be some more painting going on. Hopefully this helped. I'm very satisfied with this job. It really come out good. It really shines good. You saw the step-by-step how I did it. And I don't have a paint booth. I don't have a paint booth. So this is not a $10,000 paint job. But from back where I'm standing here, it looks like it is. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. Okay. I just went back while I was letting this dry. I went back and I looked at the videos. Okay. And unfortunately, both times I've sprayed the clear coat. I started here and I kicked the tripod with my foot and it stopped the video. And I really laid a good job on it. I was hoping, of course I was thinking that I'm getting some real good footage on both coats. I really did a good job on it. You'll have to take my word for it, but you can look at it and see the proof is in the pudding. But unfortunately, those two videos are going to be short. I just start here and then I kick the tripod, and what happens is the battery on the camera, it's loose in there, and when you kick it, it knocks off stop the video. So, anyway, that's what happened. So, unfortunately, you're not seeing it. That was the most important part for me, that I wanted to really show how to lay the clear coat. But I'm pretty sure you got it. It's going to take practice. Yeah. Anyway, it should come out real good. All right.